What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Sunday, the 7th of March, 2021. I've got another packed week of news, but I got to start off with some bad news. The day before Valentine's Day, most people know her as the needy homesteader. I'll always know her as Jakluk4 from back in the day. Her and her husband and her two kids were in a really bad car accident, a head-on collision with a drunk driver. Matt, who is YouTuber MCon2112, some of you old schoolers know him, passed away. Heather was critically injured. Their two kids were hurt pretty badly. I will put a link to her video that she posted on YouTube going over the whole thing, as well as a GoFundMe that's been established to help the family. I tried to make an independent video about this a few days ago when I found out, and I turn on the camera and I can only stare blankly into the camera. I didn't have the words, and I still don't. Heather, I am so sorry for your loss. It's one of those things that, I mean, I've known you guys since I've been on YouTube, since way back in the day. We were the original YouTubers. I have no words to express how sorry I am for you and the family, and I'll put a link to her video for those of you who don't know what happened, and a link to the GoFundMe if anybody wants to help out. Let's get into the news. Like I said, it's Sunday the 7th of March 2021. I've got a packed week of news. The third link below, should be the third link, third or fourth link, will be to the Patreon, where you can find all of this week's madness. So let's get started. Texas governor lifts mask mandate, okays businesses to operate at 100% capacity. This is happening in several states, and of course the establishment's not happy about this. Joe Biden actually says the last thing we need is Neanderthal. You did not say that, Joe. Really? I'll put a link to this. Door-to-door vaccinations starting in Texas. Yes, for those of you who say go Texas for opening back up, well, they're also doing door-to-door vaccinations of elderly people. So your thoughts on that? CDC director signs off on Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID vaccine, clearing the way for distribution to begin. Let's see. New Orleans Archdiocese urges Catholics to avoid Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it has, as we reported years ago, aborted fetal tissue and all that kind of stuff. Strangely enough, Johnson & Johnson planning to conduct vaccine trials that will include infants. I'd love everyone's thoughts on that. Dolly Parton wants you to know that she got her vaccine, and she wants you to not hesitate. In fact, she wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it go.
Vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, vaccine.
I simply can't believe this ridiculous reality we're living in. Other news going on. Steve Bannon says Joe Biden has to give a State of the Union address because he simply can't stand there and give a State of the Union. I got some Joe Biden news ignored by the media. Joe Biden completely lost in Texas event with handler nearby. Got another one here. Biden says, I'm happy to take your questions just as the White House cuts the feed. They're not going to let him take questions. Give me a break. City Powell's remaining Kraken cases thrown out by the Supreme Court. What happened on July? What was it supposed to be? The 4th? I thought Donald Trump was going to be president again. What happened? All the rest of the Kraken. Well, I guess we're not going to get to the Kraken. And I got one more here. Third Cuomo accuser comes forward, provides photos and text. Who did you piss off? Not to imply that I think he's innocent, because they're all guilty and we all know it. But you know they only go after him like that when they piss the right. You know what happened to Rob Blagojevich after he said no to Bank of America, right? Anyway, speaking of Bank of America, over to financial news. How the major U.S. stock indexes fared on Friday. The Dow Jones rose 572 for the week. The Dow rose 563. Where did it close? 31,496. So hooray, the Dow is up again. Goldman Sachs to launch crypto trading operation this month after Bitcoin's big surge. And did you know failure to report cryptocurrency on your tax return can lead to trouble with the IRS? Did you slaves really think you were going to do something independently and not pay Uncle Sam? Give me a break. AOC says $15 minimum wage, a deep, deep compromise, should be $24. Yes, the $15 minimum wage was kicked out of the stimulus bill, which I think is good. The House approved it. Now it goes back to the Senate approved. It goes back to the House. Now they're going to, so probably by Tuesday, Wednesday, they're going to have that bill signed, and everybody's going to get some free shit. Anyway, what else we got here? We got pay us like you owe us. Senior White House official announces Biden will move on slavery reparations without Congress. I got a couple links on this. Biden advisor, cash payments for black reparations are coming. We won't wait for Congress. I got one from Barack Obama, says country was built on the backs of slaves. Blames opposition on white. Barack Obama, did America not treat you well? I mean, you were the president and all. Put a link to this. I'm just so sick of this whining. Ferguson activists and Michael Brown's father demand $20 million from BLM. BLM apparently raised $90 million last year. Where is all this money gone? Back to George Soros or what? World Economic Forum shouted down on Twitter for suggesting COVID-19 lockdowns improved cities all over the world. Well, I'm sure it did improve the New World Order. Facebook, one more here, to pay $650 million settlement over U.S. privacy disputes. Some good news. And over to New World Order police state news. This is where I stop and ask you to share this video. Important stuff coming up. Israel launches COVID tracking freedom bracelet. Freedom bracelet, just like the Patriot Act, huh? To be used on patriots. Europe digital passport, major block wide. So they're doing the Europe. This. What did we tell you? I mean, here it's all happening right here. New York test vaccine passports. Rangers game. Be advised, no jab, no game. Put a link to that. Bill Gates, barcode, kids advert, Hugo talks, lockdown. I mean, they're bringing this shit hot and heavy, folks. NRA warns, you think you're going to fight back against the New World Order? NRA warns members, Joe Biden, extreme gun control measures incoming, be advised. Now, here's a GLP thread. Somebody posted this on GLP. I want to give a shout out to this thread. Do you think there's going to be a false flag shooting soon? Check this out. These are all recent headlines. Mass shooting surge in Mississippi, Colorado, Michigan, Florida, Tennessee, Illinois, Ohio. If you can click on all these links, they're all within the past few weeks. All these headlines coming from, local news. There's going to be another false flag shooting at any moment, be advised. Mike Lindell stopped by Right Side Broadcasting host for COVID conspiracy. Oh, you can't say that, Mike Lindell. Right Side shut him down. And YouTube shut down Right Side, of course. YouTube deletes all copies of President Trump's CPAC speech, suspends RSBN for 2 weeks. Put a link to this from Gateway Pundit. Be advised, more censorship. Digital communications regulation. Now check this out. This is the Colorado General Assembly. If you read down here of what they want to do, include practices that promote hate speech, undermine election integrity, disseminate international disinformation, conspiracy theories, or fake news. Oops. That's the one I wanted to conspiracy. So basically, any website talking about conspiracy theories, they're trying to do away. Be advised, mass censorship incoming, like we've always said. 6 Dr. Seuss books stopped being published because of race. Oh, Dr. Seuss, you offend me. I'll put a link to that. Got to burn more books. Judge disturbed to learn Google tracks incognito users, demands answers. Did you think you were really incognito? Give me a break. And one more on the migrant front. Migrants wearing Biden please let us in shirts hold demonstration at the U.S. border. Over to World War III news. Joe Biden loses patience with Vladimir Putin. Major retaliatory measure expected today. This came out on March 2nd. I don't know what happened. I didn't hear about it. U.S. announces $125 million defense aid package for Ukraine. Russia can't be happy about that. Military ties support China-Russia strategic cooperation. Russia and China getting together. China's gray zone warfare against Taiwan at highest level, says the experts. That come out on 1 March. We got Tokyo asked China to stop giving anal tests for COVID-19 on Japanese citizens. Oh, please don't stick up our ass. Pfizer's CEO Israeli visit canceled because he's not fully vaccinated. Why is that? He can't take his own poison? Come on, he wants to make sure all the slaves get it first. I understand. Knife rampage. Cops shoot knifeman after 8 people stabbed. Suspected terrorist attack in Sweden. Be advised, American contractor in Iraq dies from cardiac episode as rockets hit base housing U.S. troops. Pentagon says that 3 days ago from Fox. Biden allows 60 minutes to release military imagery seekage that saved U.S. lives. That sounds like a great idea. That's from the Gateway Pundit. And one more. No Joe. VP Harris continues high-level talks without Biden. Speaks to Israeli PM Netanyahu. He probably told her something like, "We will never allow Iran to get the bomb." Remember at the UN like 10 years ago when he drew that bomb? Okay, by this summer, Iran will have 90% enrichment. Okay, well, it's been 10 years, so I suppose they have the bomb by now. Anyway, over to Earth Changes in 2012 news. My God, have you seen the earthquakes this week? I mean, this is 6 point, like last week we had no quakes. This week it's lit up. We got a 6.5 on the 6th, 6.3, 6.3, 5.9, 6.1, 6.2. We had the big one down here, 8.1 on the 4th, 6.2, 6.8, 7.1 on the 4th. I mean, The Earth is getting pissed off. I'll put a link to the earthquake data. I got one here. Tsunami watch for Hawaii and Samoa lifted after powerful series of quakes hit New Zealand. I didn't see too much on volcanoes this week. Let's see. We got strengthening storm could ignite severe weather in the Midwest this week. Be advised, by midweek there may be a tornado outbreak. Gulf Stream is the weakest it's been in 1,000 years. That doesn't sound good, study says from AccuWeather. Space hurricane spotted above Earth for the first time. What the hell is that? I don't know. I'll put a link to it. Giant crack freeze massive iceberg in Antarctica. Check that out. That's right out of the movie. What's that movie? What's that movie? You know, the one where everything freezes. Day After Tomorrow. I can't think of anything. Okay, RT says lockdowns or the planet gets it. Guardian accidentally suggests COVID-like lockdowns every 2 years to meet. Okay, we got to lock it down or the Earth is going to fry. Pope Francis refers to the flood of Noah as mythical tale. Says God will send judgment on Earth not for sin, but because of climate change. If you don't stop destroying the Earth, God will destroy you. Safe for now. Doomsday asteroid Apophis to approach Earth for the last time. This happened yesterday's date, March 6th. It won't be back until 2029. Doom off. And Doom on the SpaceX launch pad. Did you see their thing landed and then it blew up right at the thing? Yeah, blowed up good. Yeah, blowed up real good. Over to strange and bizarre news. We got some strange news this week. New York University suspends student for saying a man is a man and a woman is a woman. You state the facts, you get suspended. Gay ploy... what is that? Thruple? Makes history, list three dads on birth certificate. 3 dads listed on birth certificate. This reality we're living in, boy, I tell you. Tom Hanks, decades-old Tom Hanks video services. Tom Hanks exposing himself to men, women, and children on the set of Bosom Buddies. Yes, he is. I'm not going to play the video because it's disgusting. Let's see. Taylor Greene post anti-transgender sign across hall from lawmaker with transgender child. That's just kind of wrong. Whatever. Put a link to that. Amazon tweaks app icon after comparisons made to Hitler. Well, I guess you could say it had a Hitler mustache, but Hitler wasn't a very happy man. Put a link to that. Woman poses with giraffe's heart after killing the animal for Valentine's Day. She killed a giraffe so she can pose with a picture of its heart. I hope something really bad happens to this person. I mean, 70-year-old man robbed Kansas City bank and then sat down in the lobby wait for police, saying he'd rather go to jail than live with his wife. He was sentenced to 6 months of home confinement. Oh, massive fail. Put a link to that. I feel for the guy. Disgraced former CIA director Bremen says he's ashamed to be a white male. I think you're just ashamed because you have a small penis. Chris Cuomo begins the show saying he will not be reporting on the allegations against his brother. Of course he won't. Fredo over there. Cuomo accused of pressuring woman to eat the whole sausage in creepy video. I know what you meant. Let's see. The NBA now has hand sanitizer cam. Check this out. I'm simply at a loss for words. You know, here is some cab fare going to sleep mode. Mitt Romney knocked unconscious, suffers black eye during fall, or did someone punch you? That's all the news I got. Check out my favorites for more news. We got raw video, police. Oh, check this cop out that beat the shit out of a canine dog. You want to talk about a video that will piss you off. The Needy Homesteader, her video's over there. If you didn't see it at the top of my links, please check it out. Police raid, police respond to gun thief in class. Not a good idea to steal guns in the gun class. Programming your DNA, Microsoft Research. Yes, they tell you right here in a 3-minute video what they're going to do, and this was years ago. Man arrested for non-essential walking. I think might have covered that last week. I don't know. Check out my favorites, so all kinds of fresh news over there. Thank you to everybody who continues to put out content, keeping everybody informed. You guys are doing awesome work. I do have a couple shout-outs this week. As useless as Joe Biden, epic. Check out this lady's mask. Shout out to this mask. This mask is as useless as Joe Biden. I don't know that lady, but I like her mask. Shout out to the top-rated Arizona news anchor who resigns. I no longer want to do this job. Check out her video. She basically says this is all bullshit and I'm tired of lying to people. That's all I got for this week, guys. If you like the report, please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you think it sucked, it's the worst of YouTube. You never want to see it, please rate. It helps move around. I appreciate it. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, BitChute. All my links are always at the bottom. You can follow me on Patreon. Support me with PayPal. Although this week I would ask that every donation somebody thinks of sending me goes to the Needy Homesteader. As I said, those links will be the first few links below the video. And like I said, I tried to make an individual video on that topic, and I turned on the camera and I just could not speak. Because these are people that I have known my entire existence on YouTube, and I feel like they're my family. I really do. And it is just horrible. You know, I honestly believe back then, you know, there was some sort of... I'm not a very religious person. But I do believe that there was some sort of a divine something that brought us all together back then. And I have to believe that that something is watching over her family now. So just keep her in your thoughts and everything, because it's going to be probably some tough months ahead for them. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Please tell me your thoughts on the news, the week. I mean, what's going to happen next week? I guess we're going to have the financial stimulus bill. Everybody's going to get some checks. So that'll be good for everybody, I guess. And we'll see what happens with the whole World War III thing. We got a possible severe weather outbreak coming this week. So be ready for that. Be prepared. Make sure you check your preps. Be prepared for anything. After last month, everybody should have a refresher course on being prepared. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm rambling now. You guys take care. Stay safe. Have a good week. Remain vigilant. Be ready for anything. I will see you on the next one.